All right. Hey, everybody. It has been a very, very, very long time since I've done a Periscope. And this is a video that I've wanted to do for a long time. So whether anyone's on tonight or not, it's late. That's okay. I want to record this because I want to be able to share my story with you guys, and hopefully it will, maybe not all of it, but parts of it will resonate with some of you out there, whether you are, whether you know me or not, whether you are like me or not. I think there's probably some of you that have gone through some of the same things. So my hope is that this will help you guys and help me just share why I'm at where I'm at and what I've done to get here. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Soraya. I live in Arlington, Virginia, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about how and why I got into essential oils and my whole health journey over the last few years. I am a Young Living distributor, Young Living essential oils, and I teach people how to use them in their daily lives to support their health and wellness. So I guess I'll start with something that many of you probably don't know about me. I am actually in the military, so have a very stressful, crazy full-time job and have had that job for quite some time. So I would say that after about 10 years of being in the military, I was married, I had been on multiple deployments, and there was a lot going on in my life. I was taking all the hardest jobs and working all the time, working absolutely just every moment of the day. And the harder I worked, the better I was doing at work, but it definitely took its toll on my body. It took its toll on my mental health, my stress. I was prioritizing work before my health. And, I've always had a love and a passion for health and wellness. That's something that I cook healthy foods. I love that kind of stuff. I have always worked out, but I've gone in phases. Sometimes I've been better than others about working out and just taking care of myself. And as the stress in my job wore on over the years, again, it took its toll on my marriage and my health. And I was really diving back into work as kind of a way to compensate for the fact that I wasn't taking care of myself as well as I should have been. So I made some poor choices in eating. I thought that I was doing myself a favor. I thought I was eating healthy. I thought that I was doing the right thing, but unfortunately I was eating a lot of bread and pasta and a lot of great wine, which was fun, but wasn't helping my cause at all. So I was eating very, very little protein. Oh my gosh, it didn't matter whether it was filled with chemicals or anything. I just thought that if it came from a health food store that it had to be healthy for you. So a lot of prepackaged foods, a lot of pastas, a lot of, sauces that had chemical additives and things into it. And again, I thought all this was really healthy. Tortilla chips all day long. Anyways, lots of carbs, very little protein, and just not an ideal lifestyle. So over time, I developed a lot of serious health issues, and they weren't obvious at first. They first started just manifesting themselves as me being tired and me being exhausted all the time and not being able to recharge my batteries no matter how long I slept or, no matter what I did. I couldn't get recharged. So that was really frustrating. I took that as a cue to exercise more. And I had been a runner and a swimmer growing up, and so those are the things that I defaulted to. And really out of convenience, I ended up doing a lot of long distance running. And that helped with some of the weight gain that I was dealing with. But of course, it didn't help my overall situation. It made me more tired. I was having trouble fitting all of that in and, being a good wife and being good, good at my job and having a social life and trying to take care of myself. I just couldn't do it all. And it was bound to just get to the breaking point. So I had gained weight, and I was keeping the weight on no matter how much I ran, no matter how hard I ran, no matter how fast I ran. And I didn't understand what was going on. It was just very frustrating. So, again, a lot of the choices I was making were making it worse. So I grew into this tired but wired thing where I couldn't get to sleep at night. And I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was, the nature and the burden of having a stressful job. Oh, doesn't everybody stay up at night and have a hard time, getting to bed? And I thought that was normal and that was okay. And it wasn't really a big deal. Thankfully, I kind of got myself on the right path accidentally. Some friends of mine had suggested that I start CrossFit, which I figured at the time I didn't have time for. I figured that was just one other thing in my life that I didn't need, and I wanted really nothing to do with that. But I eventually found CrossFit, and that introduced me to the paleo style of eating, which I fell in love with immediately. That led me to doing a Whole30, which if you guys don't know what a Whole30 is, you can definitely Google that and find the website. I highly recommend that you at least read about it. And if you're struggling with some health issues, it might be worth a try for you. So after a couple successful and amazing rounds of Whole30 and tweaking my diet, I found, definitely much more success. I was feeling better. I was losing weight without really even trying. Getting back to a healthy weight, getting back to what I should have been at. I was feeling so much better. Cutting out grains did wonders for me. And I'm not necessarily advocating that everybody do that, but for me, it was a huge step in the right direction. And that led me to functional medicine and finding a practitioner that really understood how to tackle the root cause of my health issues and not just the symptoms, which was life-changing for me. So that was awesome. I went to a functional diagnostic nutritionist when I was living out in Seattle. And she was amazing and just really helped me understand how my hormones worked and how they interacted with my body, what I was doing to myself by completely immersing myself in my job and being stressed out all the time and doing tons of long distance running and not eating enough protein. And she taught me about how my digestive system was linked with my hormones and how to take care of my digestive system, and that would heal my body from the inside out. So got on the right path, which was amazing. So this was probably about 5 years ago. And it's been a crazy journey since then. So over those 5 years, I've really kind of refined my health and wellness and worked on making really good food choices and good choices to support a much less stressful lifestyle. I've made, just some different career choices. I'm still in the military, but I don't put as much pressure on myself to do everything and to do it well. So anyways, all of that, I tell you all of that because in the journey to better my food choices and my lifestyle choices, I found a lot of people, especially in the paleo community, that had been using essential oils. And I didn't really understand what they were for or why you would use them. And I didn't understand why they would bring a benefit to my life. But there were some people that I highly respected that were recommending them. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's give it a try. This, at best, I'll get an aromatherapy kit. It'll be great. I will be able to sleep more soundly and maybe have some stress relief and, I guess at night when I come home from work, and that would be cool. And I thought that would be great. So I invested in a premium starter kit, and really, I'd say within about 60 days, noticed that I had a whole slew of things that I could use oils for that I didn't even realize. First thing was my emotional health. You wouldn't really think first off that oils could help with your emotions as much as they do. But I was finding that not only, was I grabbing for an oil when I was stressed out, but I was grabbing different ones maybe when I was a little bit more anxious or not in a great mood, or even in a great mood, just using oils to kind of support my whole range of emotions, which was awesome. I had no idea that with Young Living oils specifically, that you could ingest them and you could gain health benefits from them. So, I'm on this huge quest to improve my digestive system, improve my immune health, improve just my overall internal wellness, and oils were amazing in that. Immediately, I started taking different ingestible oils to support my gut and to support really just my immune system, and I could tell the difference, almost immediately. I wasn't having the problems that I was having, the symptoms. I was able to start working on skin problems. So my whole host of hormonal issues had manifested themselves in different skin issues, and oils were helpful in that. So slowly but surely, I was able to, I say slowly, it's actually really not slowly, probably over the course of like 60 days, I was all of a sudden head over heels in love with the use of essential oils. And the more that I invested in them, and the more that I believed in them, the more that they worked. And it was just an amazing step in the right direction. Along with that, I started to realize that on this journey of healing my health, the logical next step was getting chemicals out of my lifestyle. So I've cleaned up my diet. I'm on the right path with exercise. I'm on the right path with stress reduction, but I have a house full of crazy chemicals. You open up underneath the kitchen cabinet and there's, every harmful, toxic chemical known to man within reach. I'm washing my dishes with chemicals. I'm putting, hairspray and moisturizer on that has chemicals in it. Like, that just didn't make sense to me. And so that was the next logical extension, is cleaning all of that out of my house. So this whole journey with oils started, I'd say pretty intensely about 1.5 years ago. And over the last 1.5 years, I've been able to get rid of everything chemical in my bathroom, which is not an easy task. Let me take that back. It is easy, but it takes a lot of willpower and it takes commitment, which, it can seem really daunting. It can seem like it's overwhelming. It can seem like that's something that's just a pipe dream. Like, oh, I'll never be able to do that because that's only for, crazy hippies who have a ton of money and have all the time to like make their own face cream. Well, look, I am working basically 2.5 jobs right now. I don't have a whole lot of spare time. I'm remodeling a house. I'm doing all sorts of crazy stuff. I have time for it. I promise you do too. Not only was I able to get all the chemicals out of my house, but I did it much more simply. And now I don't spend money on all of the stuff that harms you. So, you walk around your house barefoot, but your floors were cleaned with harmful chemicals 2 days before. You're soaking those chemicals into your skin, and that's getting into your bloodstream, and that is, it's causing damage to you, whether you see it in symptoms or not. So I had symptoms, but whether you have symptoms or not, it is not helping your body. Your body is not meant to have chemicals in it. So anyways, the essential oils were just a fantastic way for me to really easily get stuff out, or the harmful stuff out of my house. Thieves cleaner, just using different things like lemon oil as a degreaser instead of, whatever Gooby Gone you'd buy at the store. Not spraying toxic chemicals on my windows or my car seats, or cleaning your countertops, which then you cook on. Just getting all of that out of my house was amazing. So I've been able to get all that out of my house, which is so cool. And a lot of the times, if not all of the time, it's so much more effective. Dealing with pests and stuff that came in the house, it's so much more effective. So anyways, I'm kind of rambling here, bear with me, but I feel a ton better. you know, health is definitely a lifelong pursuit. It's not something that you just achieve and you quit. So I'm always working on refining and, you know, how I eat and how I work out and how I rest and getting recovery, both physical and mental recovery. And, you know, just prioritizing my life in a way that reflects my passions and the things that mean the most to me. So I spend the time with the things that I value, and that to me is great. So oils have just helped me do that. So I dove headfirst into oils, again, kind of went on this journey. And the best part of this story is that, you know, I have oils in my house. People would come over to my house and say, what are those weird little bottles that you have? I don't know. You guys can probably see my kind of part of my display. I keep them in my dining room. And you know, they're all over the house, in my bathroom, in my dining room, in my kitchen. And people would ask me what they are. Eventually you know, I shared with friends just kind of naturally, made some recommendations. You know, I told you at CrossFit, I use oils to make my own hand lotion. And so, you know, I bring that hand lotion to the gym and people want to know what I'm using. So I tell them about it. So I kind of accidentally grew a business. And I mean that in all seriousness. So after a couple people, you know, decided to invest in their own health because I recommended it to them, I figured that I would start actively sharing with people instead of just accidentally sharing with people. And here I am, you know, I don't know, half a year later, and I love it. I love sharing with people. I get paid to do it, which is unbelievable. And that's not why I do it. I would do it no matter if I got paid or not. It means that much to me, and it's that important to me that other people find their own health journey and their own healing and their own support with whatever they're going through. I just watched a video online about a study that is trying to determine whether essential oils can help children with autism spectrum disorders. You know, so that's not necessarily my health journey, but that's someone else's health journey, and they found that oils can help them with that issue. I have friends that have other, you know, very different health issues than what I was working towards. I have friends that don't necessarily have any major health issues. They just want to live a little healthier, you know, a little bit more healthy lifestyle. And that's cool too. But whatever you are doing or dealing with, and whatever stage in life you're at, you know, that's the great thing about oils, is they can help you and they can improve your wellness. They can improve your immune system. Who doesn't need immune support? I mean, come on. Who doesn't want a better immune system? Who doesn't want a more healthy lifestyle? Who doesn't want to get rid of gross chemicals in their house that are harming you, whether you can feel it or not? So anyways, you know, it's just been a wonderful journey. The journey will continue every single day. I'm much more passionate about sharing these oils with people. And I really hope that part of the story resonates with you. You know, I know that there's professionals and businessmen and women and mothers and teachers and fathers. It doesn't matter who you are, what you classify yourself as. There's always a way that you can improve your health, and oils can definitely help you with doing that. So that's it. That's my story. That's what brought me here. So I'm glad you stumbled on this video. Thank you for listening and watching. If you found any kind of value out of it, go ahead and share and pass this along. If you're interested in finding out how you can incorporate essential oils into your life, I'd ask you to go check out my blog. It is SorayaEssentialOils.com. That's www.SORAYA. That's my first name, SorayaEssentialOils.com. And I have been doing a bunch of webinars lately. So the most recent blog post you're going to see is a link to a webinar that I'm doing. So if you want to sign up for that, the webinar is awesome. It's, I don't know, about 45 minutes or so, and it takes you through basically a whole starter kit worth of essential oils. So 13 different oils that I cover. I'm sorry, excuse me, 11 different oils. It's late, bear with me. So 11 different oils that I cover, but I cover how you can use them, what each of them is for, the health benefits that it can bring to you, and how you can integrate them into your lifestyle, and why you would want to integrate them in your lifestyle. So yeah, head on over to the blog and check it out. If you have any questions, there's links on my blog to my Instagram and a closed Facebook group. So I have a bunch of oil lovers and fans on that Facebook group. So you can click on the top right corner on the Facebook logo and request to join my closed private Facebook group. And you can email me with any questions because the link to my email is on there as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys start to invest in your health soon, just like I did. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and share what those are. Thanks. Have a good night.